Hey, what's up you guys? I'm back here with another video for you guys today, and today it's my top 20 favourite videos. Now, I did this video so you guys can get a feel of what kind of genres I like, directors or actors I like. Now, the films that I am here doing today are my favourites, and it's sort of how many times I've watched them, or if I watched it just once I was like, I need to find time to watch it again, sort of that kind of feel. Also, if you want to see any reviews on the films that I'm talking about today, please comment down below, as I won't go in as much detail. At number 20, it's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. This is a Shane Black written and directed film starring Robbie Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer. This is a very fun sort of bro detective sort of film, very gritty, but not blood, guts and gore like Reservoir Dogs, but it's a very, very enjoyable comedy. Now at number 19, it's Rebel Without a Cause. I saw this film in La La Land and I was like, ooh, might check it out. Not because I was a fan of La La Land, but because I wanted to see proper good films, and a James Dean film as well. This is one of his like iconic films, and it's very, very hard on the truth of teenage life. It's not like a little like sort of Mean Girls where it's kind of like harsh, but it's like funny harsh. It's a pure emotion of what it's like to be a teenager, and I think it's quite relevant still to today, and I think it's really good, so I got the bullets. Number 18, it is Some Like It Hot, the Marilyn Monroe classic. Well, all of them are pretty much classics from her. It's a black and white film starring Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, where these two men here dress up as women and go to this band, but they both fall in love with her, and well, you'll just have to find out now, won't you? Coming up at number 17, it's The Nice Guys, another Shane Black film. It is very, very funny. It's the proper true detective buddy comedy, and who knew that this guy was absolutely hilarious. A lot of boobs as well, even though it's a 15, still a little bit of nudity, but it is so hilarious, and I really enjoyed watching this film. And I've watched it a couple of times, like since the first time I watched it, and I would recommend Shane Black's films because he does do detective buddy comedies really, really well. Up next, you just saw him in Nice Guys, but it is The Notebook starring Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams. This film, as though it's most cringiest and all the boys are like, oh, you get laid after you watch it, or it's like the Netflix classic. No. It's still so cute. I love it so much, and I still cry at the end, even though I don't have any feeling for the old people. I still cry. But if you haven't watched it yet and you love your romance and you love your Ryan Gosling and you pretend you like Rachel McAdams in this, I would watch it if I was you. Up next, it's another true detective buddy comedy, but it's not from Shane Wright this time. It is from Edgar Wright with Hot Fuzz from the Cornetto trilogy, starring Simon Pegg and Nicholas Frost. If you have not watched this film, I don't know why. I always used to see it in the drawers in like downstairs, and I was like, I really want to watch this film, and it was a 15, and my mum was like, you can't watch it yet. But as soon as I was old enough to stay at home, I watched it, and oh my god, I loved it, and I've watched about 20 times, and it's a really funny comedy. But you don't need to watch the other two in the trilogy if you don't want to, but I would recommend it still. Please watch Shaun of the Dead and The World's End, please, because they are still funny, but this one has got to be the best one in the trilogy. Now at number 14, if you like your sort of romantic teenage love stories, especially from the 80s, you would love Say Anything. This film, I think I saw, it was like sort of quoted in The Goldbergs, which is like an 80s TV show, and I watched this and who would think that John Cusack was so like sweet and actually kind of good looking for his age at this time. He's kind of gone downhill, sorry, but I love this film. It's like two people that are completely different that find love with each other. Now this film is the OG rom-com. It defined it, it made it a big success, and people have been trying to make it the same, but they quite can't make it like When Harry Met Sally. This film is a whirlwind of emotions. You one think they're gonna get together, then you don't, then they do, then they don't, and you just don't know, and you're hoping and hoping and hoping for them to get together because they're so different but they're so lovely together. And it starts off in the most hilarious way, and I think some of it's actually quite true for how boys and women act. So now, I'm not quite a Marvel fan. I've got a Marvel t-shirt on now, but that's only because it looks really cool, and also I bought it when I didn't really watch Marvel or DC films. But I'm more of a DC lover, but there's not many in this sort of list because I wanted to get different genres. But regardless of that, I have to say there is one Marvel film, just one Marvel film that I've watched that I've actually genuinely liked, and it is Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. Now, I think it is in the Marvel MCU. I'm not too sure because I don't keep up with all that stuff. I keep to my DC. But regardless of that, it's an R-rated hilarious film, and you can get the jokes, and you can get all the the blood, guts and gore really. And I think it's a really fun film, and I think it's going to transcend the superhero genre, and you can kind of start seeing that with different films that are coming out with R-rated, like Logan. And I think it's a good film to sort of base off your superhero films. Now, as a kid, I loved the Harry Potter films. I watched all of them. I knew all the trivia, not the book trivia, because this doesn't read. No. But out of all of the Harry Potter films, I absolutely loved The Order of the Phoenix. It's the one that I watched that I remembered the most out of the first time watching all of them. I loved it so much. And then I got to go to Glencoe and see where Hagrid's shack was. Now I was like fangirling, like going, oh my god, take me there. So I walked over the hills, and we were actually quite close to it, so it was pretty cool. So I think this has like more of a personal touch to me, but I do love the Harry Potter films, and if you haven't watched them, you need to. We are in the top 10, and at number 9, because I forgot to say for Harry Potter, we are at Reservoir Dogs. Now, I did a review on this, so if you want to go and see it, go click somewhere. I might see if I can update my skills and put it somewhere up there. Now, my other favourite, oh, you just had a flash, my other favourite Quentin Tarantino film is Pulp Fiction. Now, I watched this once, but I've already got a t-shirt of it, and I really want to watch it again, but I can't find the time to because I'm watching videos for you guys, and also I now have a life because I'm going back to college. Yay! But anyway, regardless of all that, I love this film. It's hilarious, it's grim, it's gross. Samuel L. Jackson is the man. You have Uma Thurman, which is like, she's perfect in it. Then you have John Travolta, who actually scared me because I was like, you've changed so much from Grease pretty much. And it was kind of like his change, and it was him going, look, I'm not that pretty dancing little boy anymore. I am a man and I can act, and he can. And also Bruce Willis kind of makes me laugh because he gets a sword out, and I'm like, this is katana. And yeah, I put it on my Twitter, that picture, but it's quite funny. But no, I love this film, and it's mismatch of stories, but they all soon interlink into each other, and I think it's just a perfect sit down popcorn sort of film. Well, we never get sun here in the UK, but apparently it's always another day of sun in La La Land. This musical, it's perfect. I watched it twice in a week. That's how bad I am, and I cried both times. Now, don't make the jokes about, oh, Moonlight, don't. I know one of my friends will, but this film, I love it so much. I cried so much as well, and it introduced me to many films like Rebel Without Cause and Casablanca as well. But I just really enjoy this, and Ryan Gosling is just perfect, and he can sing to me any day he wants. Emma Stone as well, she's beautiful in this film, and they really are your typical sort of romantic pairing, and it's their third pairing actually in a film, and you can see why people pair them two together because the chemistry is perfect between them, and the music as well is amazing. And I just love that this is like filmed in CinemaScope, and every time I came out of that film, the cinema watching it, I was like, this is why I want to be an actress, this is why I want to make films. I want people to feel good, I want people to cry, and these two are amazing actors, and they're They're who I aspire to be, and this film just pushed me to go, yes, I want to be an actress. Now, I had the time of my life watching this film, and it's not just because the song said I did, or because it had Patrick Swayze in topless, even though that kind of did help it. It is Dirty Dancing. Now, this film is mwah, I love it. The music in it is amazing. I do love my 60s music. I love all genres of music, but the music in this is so, oh, it fits it perfectly. The dance and the cinematography of it, I think it's just a beautifully made film, and the chemistry between these two is electric, and everyone wants to be Baby, and nobody puts Baby in a corner. Play it again, Sam. And by it, I mean the 1942 classic Casablanca. Get it? Classic. No, it stars Ingrid Bergman and Humphrey Bogart in this amazing black and white film. Now, don't just go, ugh, black and white. No, I was like that to begin with, but I saw it in La La Land and went, you know what? I want to start getting into film, so I need to watch these classics, regardless of them being in black and white. And to be fair, you don't care if it's in black and white, you still get the same atmosphere. Now, sometimes in colour films, they use like bright colours to show that it's happy, or they use the sort of dark colours to show that it's like sort of melancholy sort of atmosphere to it. But with this, you get the atmosphere straight off just from the characters. Now, you don't need bright flashy colours to show the atmosphere, and I think this is why this is such a good film, because the actors are superb in it and the writing is superb. I can't get my words out. The writing is superb in this film, and it's not your typical Hollywood sort of ending. It is a bit of a not your typical love story sort of ending, and I think that's what makes it amazing, because it's not like the stereotypical boy gets girl. So you're always thinking, oh, he's just going to go with her, he's just going to go with her. But then when he doesn't, it's more of a shock, and I think that's why it's such a good film, because it's not your typical Hollywood sort of ending to a film. Now, at number 2, just missing out on number 1, it is The Breakfast Club, another 80s classic that I absolutely enjoy. I love John Hughes films, and I've watched The 16 Candles, everything like that. But this, out of all of his films, this is my favourite, and I fought hard to buy this. I was 14, so it was 15, but I kind of looked like a 15-year-old, but I couldn't buy it, so I had to go and get my friend to go and buy it for me. And as soon as I bought this, I watched it every single day. I know every single word to this film is really, really bad, but I just love this film, and I think it just revolves around one day, and you see how people develop as a person just from one day, just being in detention. And I think it shows it is stereotypes, it is about stereotypes, but I don't think they kind of play up the fact of like the prom queen being not like the pretty. They show like the actual nitty gritty to these characters, and that actually we are all the same, and even though you're a jock and I'm a geek, we still have the same insecurities and the same problems. And I think even though like the jocks and the prom queens and the like rebels are more better at hiding it, they still actually deep down have those insecurities. And I think when they're in the trust circle, I won't give it away, but it makes me cry. And I think the characters are well developed and actually well written for, and I think John Hughes actually catches what it's like to actually be a teenager. Now, I do think this is an amazing film, so if you do like your teenage films, especially 80s films, and you've watched some of John Hughes classics, I would watch this film. Now, you can watch it at any age because it still is relevant to today. It's about sort of fitting in, and I think even at the workplace you have those sort of social norms, or you have those like different people, and I think this just shows that actually everyone is kind of the same when you get down to it. As much as we all are different, we all are actually quite similar as well, and I just think it's a beautiful film, and I love the music in it. Now, I know before you go counting up, this is not 20 films. Now, it's not 20 films because I forgot to mention Star Wars trilogy and also the Dunkirk films. Now, it's only because I haven't had them as DVDs yet. My friends gave me the Star Wars trilogy and I went to go and see Dunkirk in the cinema. But because I've had like this stacked up, I have forgot about them ones now. I'm really sorry, but I do like the Star Wars trilogy and I do like Dunkirk. Now you've seen me do a review on Dunkirk already and you haven't seen me do one on the Star Wars trilogy. So if you'd like to see me do one on the Star Wars trilogy, just comment down below. Whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. Yes, I am referring, hint hint, to the 2007, which is weird because it's 10 years old, the classic superhero film, The Dark Knight. I love this film so much and I could talk about it so much, but I'll kind of narrow it down because I might actually do a review on this because it's my favourite and there is quite a lot that I know about this, quite a lot of trivia. But anyway, this film I love so much. It made me go proper geeky. I've got like the Joker up there, I've got the Harley Quinn. I love this film and it's kind of made me go more into my geeky side of life now because I love it. I watched it the first time and I did the makeup as soon as I got like finished with it. I was like doing the Heath Ledger makeup. I was like, oh, I can actually do it properly this time because I went off like pictures that weren't really that good and now I could like go from like image, like I've seen it now, I know what he looks like. But oh my god, I love this film, not just because it's Christopher Nolan or Heath Ledger in it, even though Heath Ledger is mesmerising in this. I just love this film and I think Christian Bale is also my favourite of the Batmans, and I've seen Val Kilmer, I've seen Michael Keaton and I've seen George Clooney play him, but this is my favourite Batman and Bruce Wayne. I think he's just perfect in this and some of the effects that they use, it's pretty much practical effect and I could give you so much trivia on this film. So I think I'm going to do a review on this actually because I know quite a lot of stuff about it. So good luck with that because I am going to I'm just going to talk about 20 minutes about how much I love this film. But I'm going to leave it there before I actually do talk about 20 minutes about this film because the video is too long already. So I want to stop it there guys for today because I feel a bit bad because it's kind of dragged on. But those are my top 20-ish kind of films because I know I missed some. But that's my favourite film. So if you want to see any of these being reviewed, please comment down below. Or if there's films that you think I would like based on what you've seen today, please suggest them to them. I may have already watched them or I may sort of need some ideas because I kind of do want some ideas. But anyway guys, hope you really enjoy this video. Leave a like, subscribe, share it with your friends maybe if you like listening to me ramble all the time. Now I am sorry about like this setup, I am trying to get like better quality and do like how I did the Reservoir Dogs, but Movie Maker's just not working. So if you can also suggest to me any editing things that I can use, please do because I really do need it. But anyway guys, thank you so much for this and I'll see you